Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Here.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Here.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Here.
Freeholder Voss.
Here.
Chairwoman Zerb.
Here. Evidence of a quorum is present. Can everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? County Executive, you please lead us.
Thank you, Freeholder. Please join me in honoring America. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please read the minutes to be accepted?
June 21st, work session. Freeholder Gans absent.
Can I have a motion to please accept the minutes?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Abstain.
Thank you. No, 6 ayes and 1 abstention. Can I now have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting is now open to the public. We're going to have a hearing of the general public with a 3-minute time limit in effect in accordance with the Bergen County Freeholder bylaws. The board attorney is going to keep the time, and when the time of the speaker expires, the timekeeper is going to announce the time has expired. Please fill out a slip if you wish to speak with your name and address and general topic on which you will be speaking. Do you have any slips? County Executive, did you wish to speak?
I did.
Got a slip?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yes.
Madam Chairwoman, members of the Freeholder Board, good evening.
Good evening.
4 years ago, prior to becoming county executive, I promised the people of Bergen County that at the conclusion of the operator's current 19-year contract, we would forge a new direction for the county hospital, currently known as Bergen Regional Medical Center. I promised that we would retain ownership of Bergen Regional Medical Center, enhancing its existing service streams in long-term care, acute care, behavioral care, medical detox, and drug and alcohol rehabilitation, while finding opportunities to expand medical services to better address the needs of Bergen County residents and the people of northern New Jersey who rely on this hospital. After a lengthy and thorough deliberative process in concurrence with the evaluation committee, we are recommending that Care Plus Bergen become the next tenant operator of Bergen Regional Medical Center. We have negotiated a strong contract that will ensure the quality of care for patients and represents the best interests of Bergen County taxpayers. This is a proud day, and I want to take a step back and just remind you how we got here. In 2015, I established a 15-member healthcare advisory committee to help chart the course for the future of the county's hospital. The committee's April 2016 report specifically recommended that the next tenant operator possess the following attributes: strong capabilities in acute care, behavioral care, and long-term care, maintenance, improvement, and growth of patient services, structure of governance and appropriate oversight, transparency and collaboration with the BCIA and other stakeholders, alignment of strategic interests, access for the Bergen County residents and underserved, capital commitments and financial considerations, employee retention, advancement, and workplace safety, and a sustainable and viable relationship. Using the Healthcare Advisory Committee's report to guide us, the county issued a request for qualifications, a request for information to identify potential bidders that may be interested in leasing operating BRMC. The RFQ RFI sought information from prospective tenant operators that would enable the evaluation committee to determine the capabilities, financial strengths, and other abilities of each respondent. In late 2016, an RFP was issued by the BCIA, which also began making operational and financial information, as well as facility tours available to all potential bidders. In December 2016, the BCIA received 7 proposals. 7 proposals. The evaluation committee and its consultants engaged in an intensive review process to determine the proposal that best aligned the vision for the hospital and contain the attributes recommended for the next tenant operator. The evaluation committee convened and ultimately recommended Care Plus Bergen. I want to thank all those who submitted proposals for participating in the process and for their commitment to the public health of Bergen County. Why Care Plus? In addition to maintaining the critical services the hospital already provides, Care Plus Bergen and its affiliates will help the county's hospital expand to provide services across 27 medical specialties, all of which will be available to all residents of Bergen County and facility patients. It will increase access to substance abuse treatment, enabling the County of Bergen and our public hospital to stand at the forefront of combating the opioid epidemic. We will also pursue new and innovative ways to work with the Veterans Administration to improve access to quality medical care for the nearly 40,000 veterans living in Bergen County and our northern region. This partnership with our new tenant operator will focus on promoting the best practice clinical interventions, including integrated medical and behavioral care, and promote coordinated aftercare services within the community. Care Plus brings together market leaders in Care Plus New Jersey, Integrity House, and Rutgers to create a team-based clinical focus that is centered on best practice models and measures success by the health and wellness of each patient, not by the bottom line. It is the vision of Care Plus Bergen that transformed Bergen Regional Medical Center will care for patients on the entire continuum of care and focus on ambulatory programs that keep patients well at home instead of sick in the hospital. This is new, exciting chapter for this hospital, its patients and staff, and the people of Bergen County. And as we turn the page, I want to close by highlighting the ways in which this agreement is significant improvement over the agreement that we have been operating under since 1997. The new lease focuses on collaboration, partnership, transparency, and alignment of interests, and includes but not limited to the following provisions: a not-for-profit tenant operator, no related party transactions, BCIA county control of all revenues after the payment of operating expenses, oversight and approval of the operational budget, implementation of strict patient care standards, including but not limited to the RX performance measure report, hospital-based inpatient psychiatric services standards, an ability to take over not-for-profit operator and operations in the event of a breach, requirement and to maintain safety net status, and BCIA and county control of capital improvements to ensure that the facility is appropriately maintained. We anticipate a smooth transition as outlined by the agreement executed in January this year between the BCIA and the current operator, which you all were a part of. The BCIA and Care Plus Bergen have established a plan to ensure no interruption to patient service as the transition is effectuated on October 1st, 2017. I look forward to working with the leaders and stakeholders across the medical and healthcare landscape of Bergen County, all of our healthcare providers, to ensure a healthy future for all the people we serve in Bergen County. Resolution 649-17 is a resolution that's on tonight. And I understand that it's on the consent agenda, and I thank you for that. Also, Freeholder, if I could just have another minute, there's an ordinance 1714 for you to approve for a second reading for $75 million. That is tied to this so that we can start the transition. As you know, July 1st was really the start of the 90-day transition period. So today, we are in Trenton, and I'm happy to report to this board that in front of the local finance board, we asked for their support, and they're okay for this. It was a unanimous 7-0 vote by the local finance committee to support this. And so I thank them this morning for starting that process for us at 11 o'clock. We're here tonight at 7:50, and I'm asking you and thanking you for the work that you're going to do to help us make Bergen Regional Medical Center, or what the new name will be, because as I've promised you, there will be a new name, a facility that we can all be proud of, and that will be part of the entire healthcare system of this county, working in partnership with all of the other healthcare providers here in Bergen County. And if I could just take one more second, Freeholder, if you would just indulge me. And I know that Ed's keeping track.
Shut the clock off.
He shut it off.
If I could just take a minute to recognize some folks instrumental in making this happen. So tonight, and in the audience, what you have tonight are all the members of all of our advisors. They're here tonight in support of your actions tonight, and along with our new potential operators. And I just wanted to take a second to recognize them, if you'll give me. So from Florio, Perucci, Steinhardt, and Fader, counsel to the BCIA, Paul Fader, Mary Kate Settarelli, and Katharina Fina, special counsel to the IA, from McElroy, Dulce, Mulvaney, and Carpenter, Jim Robinson, Neil Sullivan, Len Privies. From Kaufman Hall, who we've spent a lot of time with. Andre Maximo and Anu Singh. From our partners, Tony Corp partners, who, as you know, Freeholder Chairwoman, will continue to work at the hospital through the transition and after for us. Steve Corp and Rob Mariani. The finance team of Dan Marinello, John Drakowitz, and Steve Wilcoats. I don't have to say anything, but I do need to say thank you to Mauro Raguso, Julia Niels, Michelle Diorgi, Gerald Greiner, Joe Lupino, for all the work that they've put in to do this. And Freeholder Chairwoman and members of the Freeholder Board, your new operators are here tonight, and I'd like them to stand up so they can show themselves to you. Care Plus, Bergen, Integrity House, and Rutgers. Freeholder Chairwoman, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Members of the Freeholder Board, thank you for your continued support in keeping and making Bergen County the best county in the state of New Jersey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, County Executive. Is there any other comments from the general public? Am I then therefore have a motion to close the meeting to the general public?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Meeting is now closed to the public. Will the clerk please read the resolutions that are on the consent agenda?
Resolution 616-17 through 649-17.
Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Roll call, please.
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Absolutely.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Oh, yeah.
Chairwoman Zer.
Yes.
7 ayes.
Consent agenda has passed. Are there any resolutions that have been pulled or tabled or postponed?
Nothing pulled, tabled, or postponed.
So we'll now go on to our ordinances for first reading and introduction. 1716, 1717, 1718, 1719, and 1720.
1716, a bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Bergen, appropriating the aggregate amount of $18,266,500 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $11,489,000 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the cost thereof.
May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 1716 as read by the clerk?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zer.
Yes.
By 7-0, 1716 passes first reading.
Will the clerk read ordinance 1717 by title only?
A bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Bergen, appropriating the aggregate amounts of $2,011,600 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,915,000 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the cost thereof.
May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 1717 as read by the clerk?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zer.
Yes.
By a vote of 7-0, 1717 passes first reading.
Will the clerk read ordinance 1718 by title only?
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Bergen, appropriating the aggregate amount of $1,170,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,114,000 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the cost thereof.
May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 1718 as read by the clerk?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zer.
Yes.
By a vote of 7-0, 1718 passes first reading.
Will the clerk read ordinance 1719 by title only?
A bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Bergen, appropriating the aggregate amount of $1,058,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,007,500 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the cost thereof.
May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 1719 as read by the clerk?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zer.
Yes.
With a vote of 7-0, 1719 passes first reading.
Will the clerk read ordinance 1720 by title only?
An ordinance to establish a mid-block crosswalk on East Kansas Street in the city of Hackensack.
May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 1720 as read by the clerk?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tinelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zer.
Yes.
By a vote of 7-0, 1720 passes first reading.
We are now going to go to our two ordinances that are on for second reading and adoption, ordinances 1714 and 1715. Will the clerk please read by title only?
A guarantee ordinance securing the Bergen County Improvement Authority's county guaranteed project notes, medical center project, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $75 million. The proof of publication of the ordinance notice of public hearing was published in accordance with the law and is on file in my office. A copy of the notice of the hearing and ordinance number 1714 was duly posted pursuant to NJSA 48:2-17 on Friday, June 30th, 2017.
May I have a motion to open the meeting to the public
So
for
moved.
public
Second.
hearing? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting is now open to the public with a 5-minute time limit in effect. The board attorney will keep the time. Is there anyone from the general public who wishes to speak on ordinance 17-14? May I have a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting is now closed to the public. Is there any board discussion on ordinance 17-14?
Well, again, we should point out that this is for IT upgrades, capital improvements, and also working cash flow for the transitional period for Bergen Regional.
Thank you for the summary, Freeholder Amoroso. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 17-14 as read by the clerk?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Yes.
By a vote of 7 to 0, 1714 is adopted and passes.
Second read ordinance 17-15 by title only.
An ordinance amending the Bergen County Administrative Code to correct typographical errors and outdated provisions and to move the Division of Open Space from the Department of Administration and Finance to the Department of Parks. The proof of publication of the ordinance notice of public hearing was published in accordance with the law and is on file in my office. A copy of the notice of hearing and ordinance number 1715 was duly posted pursuant to NJSA 40A:2-17 on Friday, June 30th, 2017.
Can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The meeting is now open to the public with a 5-minute time limit in effect. The board attorney will keep the time. Is there anyone from the general public who wishes to be heard? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the meeting to the general public?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The meeting is now closed to the general public. Is there any board discussion on ordinance 17-15 for Lucinelli?
Chairman, if I may, this is just another opportunity that the administration has taken to put departments where they belong and clean up some of the mess that happens throughout the year. This particular move is great because open space belongs under the park system, not out in the middle of nowhere. So I'd like to commend the county executive and the administration for the continuing steps to improve how we do business on the county. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Freeholder Lucinelli. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 17-15 as read by the clerk?
So moved.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Freeholder Gann, I apologize.
Thank you. Just one brief comment. This is the second time in my tenure on the board that the administrative code has been revised, sometimes to correct errors, sometimes to have positive advances. I think this falls in the latter category. I congratulate our county council for an outstanding job in doing this, and I would ask that you put it up online as soon as it's available, because there are lots of us who use it on a regular basis. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder Gann. Anyone else before I? Okay. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 17-15?
Second.
All in motion, please roll call.
Freeholder Amoroso.
Yes.
Freeholder Gans.
Aye.
Freeholder Ortiz.
Yes.
Freeholder Sullivan.
Yes.
Freeholder Tonelli.
Yes.
Freeholder Voss.
Yes.
Chairwoman Zerk.
Yes.
By a vote of 7 to 0, 1715 is adopted and passes second reading.
We're now going to have Freeholder Committee reports. Freeholder Voss, why don't you kick us off?
Okay. I can't tell you how excited and happy I am at the events of this evening. It's just been wonderful. I always forget. I talk so loud, I forget what's going on. Mental health is such a problem nowadays because of the fact that when I first got involved with the mental health community, 1 in 10 people were being diagnosed as people requiring assistance. Today I've been informed that it's 1 in 4, so the services that we're going to be providing are so essential. And I'm so happy because Care Plus is one of my favorite organizations in the whole world because of the wonderful work they do. And it's so important that we give the critical services that are so necessary to make Bergen County the place that it should be. Mental health is very near and dear to me because I have a son who has Asperger's syndrome. And I cannot tell you, he's now 42 years old. Asperger's was not even a diagnosis here in the United States until 1994. And I cannot tell you what I had to go through to finally get the help that my son required. People today don't have to go through all of that thanks to organizations like Care Plus. I'm also very, very happy that Rutgers is on board and will also let us not only expand the acute and ambulatory care, but because everyone is working together under Care Plus Bergen's leadership, we can be ensured that the behavioral health of our patients and access to medical services will be there for them. The best part is the transparency. Okay, for the last 19 years, we have not been given transparency. And it's been very, very disconcerting. And this agreement increases the transparency and control that the county has over the operations at the hospital. The county, through the Bergen County, more Ragusa. I'm sorry, I got so excited I can't talk. We'll have access to all of the books and records, can approve the budgets, can apply performance measures and metrics, and will control all capital expenses. This increased transparency will also increase employee safety and the quality of patient care, and I'm just so thrilled. It seems silly to go into the rest of my council report, but I'm a history teacher, so the most important holiday is the July 4th holiday. And now we have had 241 years of wonderful, wonderful country of ours. And I'm so happy that finally, I won't go into all of the places that I've been to in the last week or so, but the various communities, and there are 70 of them here in Bergen County, have really done a wonderful job this year in celebrating the 4th of July and making us aware that we live in the most wonderful country in the world. So I'm happy about everything that's happened tonight. God bless you.
I guess we're all excited. This is a big day for all of us here, not only the county executive, but to the Freeholder Board and to everyone that was involved. I want to thank everyone for working hard. I know this has been a long process, and in the long run, it's a win-win, not only for the residents of Bergen, but I think for everyone involved. Financially, this agreement our previous agreement was terrible. I mean, we had no control over it. Obviously, it was a for-profit, and now that we have a nonprofit operator, the BCIA will now have the ability to enhance the hospital operations and facilities and improve patient care. The county will retain the right to approve budgets, and it will be able to control capital funding and improvements to ensure the facility is properly maintained. In regards, kind of echo your comments, in regards to behavioral health, Care Plus has unbelievable, they have such a history of great treatment for mental health, and I'm happy they'll be doing what they do best, that they provide top-notch behavioral health services to Bergen County residents. This agreement also provides that they look for innovative ways of providing mental health services and improving services delivered. The Freeholder Board has been committed to mental health awareness. We have stigma-free by town throughout the county, and now that we have the ability to provide quality care to our residents, I'm overjoyed. So I'm excited, and thank you, everyone, and that'll be it.
Thank you, Bill Musnelli.
Thank you, Chairman. So we're all going to recite all of the positives. We're going to repeat ourselves, so I'm not going to do that tonight. What I want to do is I want to thank the county executive and county council for putting together an all-star team. And I want to thank you guys for all the work that you put in through the course of this last year to get us where we are tonight. And for being so patient, for coming before us a number of times to brief us, putting up with our questions. A lot of times may be repetitive, but it was very important for each one of us to know how this plan works so that we can now bring it out to the general public that are going to possibly be using this facility. It's important that our constituents know that we spend time on this and we know it inside and out. So we would not be in the position we are in tonight if it wasn't for your patience and for your hard work. So I just want to thank you all, sincerely thank you all. And I'd like to welcome our new operator. Our time we spent together tonight, I can't tell you how impressed I am already. I'm looking forward to the service that we're going to be delivering to the residents of Bergen County. Thank you very much.
Fielder Nance.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Normally I would take the opportunity to talk about Bergen Wellness Program. Not going to do that tonight, but it is still a magnificent program that has helped more than 42,000 residents of Bergen County over the course of the last dozen years. Instead, I want to talk about leadership, and nowhere is this more evident than in the single-mindedness with which our county executive has made sure that he made good on his promises. This is a story of promises that were kept, and through pressure, through every effort possible, and in assembling the dream team, I think that it is evident that Jim Tedesco did a magnificent job. I did not think it was possible to accomplish this, and I was very public and vocal in saying it. Jim, I was wrong, and by God, you really opened a can of whoop-ass.
Ditto on the whoop-ass. We all remember the tough but important journalism about the very real dangers of being a healthcare worker at Bergen Regional and the inadequate reporting of violent offenses. Under the agreement that we approved tonight, workplace safety will be improved by forming committees to address safety concerns that will include members from the county BCIA and require the hospital to keep the county informed of all incidents in a timely fashion. This agreement upholds our commitment to ensuring that BRMC is a safe place to work and a safe place for patients to receive quality care. Also, under acute ambulatory, I am excited that CarePlus Bergen is engaging Rutgers for this acute and ambulatory care program at the hospital. This will give us an affiliation with one of the top medical schools in the state. They are recruiting 50 physicians over the next couple of years, 27 specialties, which will provide more care and clinical services for those who need it most. This will allow Bergen Regional to better offer both primary and specialized care to residents on campus and also members of the community. The Rutgers folks say they want to provide a continuum of care and that they understand that people had a life before they got into Bergen Regional and will have a life afterwards. That is continuum of care. I want to add that we did meet today with the team from CarePlus, Rutgers, and Integrity House. I was honest to God excited about their vision, commitment, and enthusiasm for turning the page at Bergen Regional. We in county government believe that Bergen Regional is a critical and valuable piece of the county's healthcare landscape, and we are so happy to welcome a team that feels the same way. Thank you.
Thank you, Fielder Amoroso. Fielder Sullivan.
Well, only David Gantz could get away with saying that public. I just want to speak to the addiction end of it. As you know, when I came on board, it was very near and dear to my heart, having lost a number of people in my life to addiction. So obviously I've taken that step to combat this disease. So I'm just very excited that we'll be working with Integrity House and CarePlus. These are not-for-profits that are not driven by the bottom line, like our county executive said, but instead they share the vision of delivering addiction treatment, detox, and recovery care. I'm confident that this will help us turn the page in the fight against the opioid epidemic, and it is an epidemic, as we work with CarePlus, Rutgers, and Integrity House to explore new ways and innovative ways to improve the care that we provide. I'm also glad to say that in our discussions this afternoon that Another program, Spring House, is going to remain. Everything's going to, all the services are still going to remain at Spring House. We have obviously our people in our county that run the program, and it's just a very important thing. Not only are they going to remain, they're going to look to enhance them, which is just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Treatment will continue at a high level in the county, even though we're switching providers, and that is something very wonderful. And I'm also glad about the workers that work there every single day, that their contracts are protected with this contract that we have, and the new operator is committed to hiring all current support, operations, and nursing staff in good standing. They will also assume all collective bargaining agreements. There will be no decrease in pay loss or benefits, and they will work to prevent workplace violence. All of these ensure quality workforce that will in turn improve patient safety and patient care. That's also very near and dear to my heart, being a union member and someone that understands the plight of the worker. Those are great talking points, but the bottom line is Jim Tedesco and the team that he assembled along with the county council, along with our freeholder chairwoman, who has watched out for everything we have done on this board, has made sure we're all protected. His door is always open. He committed to something a few years ago and he followed it through. David, I'm sorry, I never doubted him. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, I did not doubt him. And Jim, thank you very much for your foresight. Thank you for involving us in this process. I want to thank our people that are coming on board. We look forward to working with you. Make no mistake, this is a historic day in Bergen County's history. This is an historic day. Mark my words. Thank you very much. And anything we can do that gets Michelle Dioggi to smile, I'm all for it. Thank you very much. Tracy, thanks for all your hard work.
County Administrator.
So first of all, I would really like to thank the chair and the freeholders, because being an attorney, we know how difficult it can be to deal with us and how complicated that can be. And this was anything but a simple transaction. To the county executive, your vision, I look around this room and I see the impressive number of professionals that assembled around your vision, who got together to make this thing a reality. And I think of the countless hours that we have spent and invested in it, and it's borne fruit. And I have to say, in my career in public service, this is probably the most significant moment. This is monumental, and we will see this as years go forward, and it will bear fruit in terms of the individual effort that every one of these professionals, the freeholders, our admin staff, everyone was involved in this, whether they realized it or not. And it will bear monumental fruit for many years to come. And so I really think we just really need to take a moment to really appreciate the enormity of this situation. And my hat's off to you, because you stayed true to your vision of what this hospital would be. And never for one moment did you compromise your standards. And we had many conversations about that. And I commend you for that, because you made this a reality.
I'm talking about what I was going to say. As I sit here watching County Executive well up in the front row,
There's no crying on today.
I echo a lot of what Julian just said. This is a big night, and for most of us, this is one of the most important decisions that we're going to make in our career on this board, because we are going to be leaving our fingerprints for the next generation on the services that this hospital is going to provide to those most needy in our community. You know, Bergen Regional has always served as a safety net, and as one who has long championed mental health and has long championed the need for addiction services within our community, this is a big step that we are all taking tonight to ensure this future, and we are so thrilled to have Care Plus Bergen on board, and Integrity House and Rutgers, who are bringing such integrity to this process. You know, I was privileged, the county executive had me sit on the advisory panel that started a lot of this in motion over 2 years ago, when we mapped out, in a bipartisan way, the vision for what this hospital should be. We tapped into the energies and talents and perspectives of a diverse segment throughout our community to bring our vision forward of how we wanted this hospital and what we needed from this hospital in our community. And that mission that we outlined was so wholeheartedly embraced in the contract that we adopted this evening, and so wholeheartily adopted by our partners, our new partners in this endeavor. I am so confident, after having read every I and T and made sure that they were dotted and crossed, that this is going to ensure the welfare and the health and the wellness of our community as a whole and those most in need. From a quality perspective, from an operational perspective, from a financial perspective, we are all here tonight making sure that we are charting a course, and I could not be more excited to welcome aboard our new partners in making sure that this is going to be such a success for all of our residents. And I also want to echo all of the thanks to the legal team, to Kaufman Hall, to Tony Corp, not only for the information and guidance that you've given us and the administrative staff as well over the last 2 years, but specifically the hoops that we've made you jump through as you answered all of our questions in the last 2 weeks and in the last 2 days and the last 2 hours. You really provided so much insight, because we are all so enthusiastic to engage on this mission together. So with all of that said, I would like to congratulate everyone on an amazing amount of work and a job well done, but more importantly, be so excited for the work that's yet to do and the transition that is yet to achieve, and the vision that we are going to accomplish for Bergen Regional Medical Center going forward. So, on that note, can I take a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting stands adjourned.